The Sedra begins, vayetze Yaakov mi Beersheva vayelech Harana. Yaakov left Beersheva and went to Haran. The Medrash, which Rashi brings down, comments, we know that Yaakov Avinu was in Beersheva, and it had to say was that he went to Haran, and we know that he left Beersheva. Why did the Torah make it a point to tell us that Yaakov left Beersheva? To teach us she'aziva tzaddik min hamakom osa roshem. When a tzaddik leaves a place, it makes an impression. That as long as the tzaddik is in the city, who ziva, who hoda, who hadara, the tzaddik brings light to the city and glory and beauty. And the Maral says the light, he enlightens them with Torah knowledge, and he brings glory of the mitzvos and the beauty of midos tovos, of good character. When the tzaddik leaves the city, pana ziva, pana hoda, pana hadara, then the light and the glory and the beauty leave with him. There's one thing that bothers me about this Rashi, and that is, if you were to ask me to describe what happens when the tzaddik leaves the city, I wouldn't describe it as it making an impression, but taking away an impression. When the tzaddik leaves the city, it takes away an impression. Why does Rashi tell us osa roshem? It makes an impression. What's the impression that it makes? Well, the idea, I think, is the following. Before the tzaddik came to that city, there also was no light and no glory and no beauty. But nobody missed it. That was the status quo. That was what was expected. The tzaddik came to the city and he introduced them to the light of Torah, to the beauty of Torah and the glory of Torah. And now the tzaddik left and he took it all with him. What are you going to say? That it went back and reverted to what it was before? No, there's something different now. Because now the people feel that something's missing. They're missing that light. They're missing that glory. They're missing that beauty. And they have a tremendous desire to get it back. That is osa roshem. It makes an impression. Pasuk says, Sheva yipol tzaddik v'kam. A tzaddik can fall 7 times and get up. We usually understand that to mean that despite the fact that the tzaddik can fall and fail, he still is able to persevere and overcome all of those failings and get up even 7 times. But perhaps the idea is Sheva yipol tzaddik, because the tzaddik falls, because he reaches levels and then falls back from them, but he's gotten a taste of what it is and he has this tremendous desire to regain it, and he learns from his mistakes and he learns from his failures how to overcome them the next time. Then the next time he gets up even stronger. So it's not despite the failings and the fallings and the setbacks that the tzaddik gets up. It's because of the failings and the setbacks that he learns from his trials and tribulations and from the setbacks, has a tremendous desire to correct those failings and to go even to higher and higher heights. And that is the way that life is. People are not always on the up. Sometimes there are downs in life. Sometimes we reach levels and we fall back from them. But we have to learn from our experience. Learn what there is, the taste that we've had of being on those higher levels, of being able to be successful in spiritual attainments. And then to have the tremendous desire to regain them, to learn from the mistakes we made, why we failed, and to use that knowledge to be able to not only regain where we were, but to remain there and to be there in a much stronger position. That is how even aziva tzaddik min hamakom, even when the tzaddik leaves the place and takes away all that he brought to the place and enhanced it with, but it's osa roshem. It makes an impression. It leaves something positive for people to aspire to want to regain. Have a good Shabbos.